Module 20, Mixed Media on Wooden Panel. Eminent Canadian writer and founder of Creativity at Work, Linda Nyman has rightly said, art provides an opportunity for kaleidoscopic thinking. Each time we shift the lens of our perceptions, we gain perspectives and new opportunities for innovation. First of all, I take a wooden panel. The quality of wood should not be very soft as it will soak more water. Hard surfaced wood absorbs less water and colors. After giving a coat of thin layer of diluted acrylic paint with the help of a flat soft brush, I also cover all four sides of the wooden plank in the similar manner. I draw the shape of eyebrows and half-opened meditating eyes, which we generally associate with Buddha and other deities. I give finishing touches to the shape of the eyebrows and the eyes with dark tone thin acrylic color. After that, I take a dry soft brush and mingle these lines with the wooden background. Similarly, I draw the nose in the middle of the face by using a thin round brush. After waiting for a while, I retouch the eyebrows, eyes, eyelids and the nose area with darker tone and apply darker color on the sides of the wooden panel where the shape of the face has been created. I let the colors dry for a while and pick crimson oil pastel and use it on these shapes, mingling and diffusing the harsh lines. According to Canadian journalist, author and speaker Malcolm Gladwell, the visionary starts with a clean sheet of paper and reimagines the world. Now I use black oil pastel to give a more defined shape to the eyebrows, eyelids and half opened eyes and part of the nose. Lit on to highlight the area under the eyes. I use yellow ochre oil pastel. In the similar fashion, I brighten areas around the eyebrows, center of the nose, and middle of the forehead to give them three-dimensional look. Now I apply skin color oil pastel over this area. It further brightens the emerging face. Lighter tones of grey oil pastel are also applied on the forehead and near the eyebrows to soften the diffuse the color tones. I repeat this exercise under the eyes, eyelids and center of the nose. I use black oil pastel to give roundness to these facial features. This way the face starts emerging more and more. According to legendary Italian painter Leonardo da Vinci, painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt, and poetry is painting that is felt rather than seen. Now I use black oil pastel to draw the curly hairline over the forehead by forming circular lines in the middle and small curly shapes on the sides. Such shapes and hairstyle is usually seen in the paintings and sculptures of Buddhas. One can clearly make out that this mural painting relates to the painting of Buddha. I keep on drawing over these curly shapes and give them depth and roundness. A good part of the upper area of the panel is covered with this curly hair pattern. According to renowned American author and scholar Phil Cousinho, inspiration comes and goes. Creativity is the result of practice. I use soft flat brush to fill the areas in and around these small curly shapes in light blue acrylic color, giving them another dimension and a raised look. This color is also applied under the eyebrows so that this area is diffused and recedes back and the eyelids emerge prominently. Now cream color acrylic paint is being applied below the eyes and upper cheek area. To highlight the forehead, I apply tones of yellow ochre acrylic color using soft flat brush and bit of lighter tone is given to differentiate the hairstyle from the forehead. Middle tones of brown or skin color are being applied on left and right side of the forehead so that the center of the forehead gives a round shape. Brighter tones of cream acrylic paint are used on the center of the forehead to show tilak, and it is gently mixed with the background. Gently touching here and there, especially near the area where two eyebrows are adjoined. An eminent American naturalist, author, and philosopher, John Muir, has rightly said, "The power of imagination makes us infinite." Mr. Ken Robinson, an eminent British author and speaker, has rightly said, "Creativity is putting your imagination to work, and it is produced the most extraordinary results in human culture." To soften the area of nose, lighter tones of crimson and pink acrylic color are being used. Pinkish color or skin color is applied on the curly shapes on the forehead, and the sides of the hairline are further darkened with black oil pastel. An eminent Dutch artist, Piet Mondrian, has rightly said, "The only problem in art is to achieve a balance between subjective and objective." According to eminent American artist and educator Coretta Kent, creativity belongs to the artist in each of us. To create means to relate. The root meaning of the word art is to fit together, and we all do this every day. Not all of us are painters, but we are all artists. Each time we fit things together, we are creating, whether it is to make a loaf of bread, a child a day. After pausing for a while, I pick up white oil pastel and draw and highlight the curly shapes of the hair. With the help of yellow ochre oil pastel, I draw lines on the sides of the forehead, nose, eyes, and hair to break the monotony in mural design. Some areas of the hairline are also filled with this color. This in fact adds roundness to the face and composition. I let the color dry for a while and start assessing the composition of this mural, concentrating my attention on the overall outcome of the mural design. Now I show the displayed material which I used for the creation of this mural design on the wooden panel. An artist should go about creating such mural design in mixed media on a wooden panel, keeping in mind the systematic process involved, and he or she should also be efficient in handling all the materials he or she is using in this mural composition. As the area of the mural is small, one should create a bold, colorful and attractive design which may have the capacity to attract attention and also be helpful in highlighting a particular small area of a room or an office. Thin and diluted layers of color should be applied first, and after they dry up, lighter and thicker coats of acrylic paints should be applied according to the requirement of the composition.